Title: The Shadow That Followed Me Home. Posted by You Lost and Alone, 29 meters. I've lived in this small town my whole life, so I'm used to walking home alone at night. Last night was no different, at least. That's what I thought. I worked the late shift at the gas station, and it was a typical night until I decided to take the longer route home. There's something about the old part of town that always felt eerie, but last night, it felt worse. As I walked past an old Victorian house, the kind that's been abandoned for decades, I felt a shiver run down my spine. I tried to brush it off as the wind, but then I heard footsteps. They were slow, deliberate, and matched my pace. I stopped, and they stopped. When I turned around, expecting to see someone, there was nothing, just empty streets and the faint glow of streetlights. That's when I saw it, a shadow, darker than the night, moving just at the edge of my vision. It wasn't a person's shadow. It moved too fluidly, too unnaturally. I quickened my pace, my heart racing. The footsteps resumed, getting louder, closer. I didn't dare look back again. By the time I reached my street, I was almost running. I could feel the presence behind me, almost breathing down my neck. When I finally got to my front door, I fumbled with my keys, practically shaking. I managed to get inside and slam the door shut, locking it as fast as I could. For a moment, I leaned against the door, trying to catch my breath. Then I heard a low, guttural sound, like a growl or a laugh, coming from the other side of the door. My heart stopped. The doorknob started to turn slowly, as if someone was testing it. I couldn't move. I just stood there, paralyzed with fear, watching the doorknob turn. It finally stopped, and there was silence again. I waited, straining to hear anything, footsteps, breathing, anything, but there was nothing. The night stretched on, and I couldn't bring myself to sleep. I just sat there with all the lights on, waiting for something to happen. Nothing did, but today, I can't shake this feeling, like something's still out there, watching me. I've checked the locks a dozen times, but it doesn't help. That shadow, it felt like it wasn't done with me. And now, I'm terrified of what tonight might bring.